I'm an innovator, so I'm I'm very, very invested in renewable energy, invested in battery technologies and anything that is innovative, right? So, amongst what I find myself doing is building solutions, all right? And that has led us into having different products um, that are currently in the market. And that has led us into starting up a business called, which we named Greenera Technologies. They're the ones sponsoring this training. As you can see on the slide, you see it's been fully sponsored by Greenera Technologies. On a normal day, this class, you know how much it will cost, right? Um, I said it somewhere that you cannot see anyone giving this kind of things for free, right? Even if you go on YouTube, right? This is a Nigerian centric training whereby we want to be able to train in such a way that you will begin to implement and see results. All right. Okay. So let's go. So very quickly about me. So I'm the co-founder and CEO at Greenera Technologies, and I hold a Bachelor of Engineering, Electrical and Electronics Engineering. I've been recognized by different impact organizations. So if it is about credibility of what we're doing and the person that is going to be training you, I think you don't have to worry much. We are very, very credible. Our company has actually done a lot of projects in the past. We have different products we've also rolled out. So amongst the product is this particular one, right? And we're deciding to teach this. So I'll be telling you the reasons why we decided to just give this information for free. Um, but first, what does Greenera does? What do we do, right? So we do normal solar installations. Also, I have solar farms and solar microgrids. We build solar microgrids for market clusters. We also have the Green Academy, like this training we're having here. Normally it's been paid for. We charge 30,000 naira for each of our trainings, but this particular one is more like a crash course. So it's free. We have a co-work space where people coming to work, solar powered co-work space, and also produce solar generators. All right. Okay, great. So this is what we're trying to build. All right, it's beautiful. We are not just interested in building things that are just for project sake. We're also building things that becomes product, right? It's not just things you just see and you'll be wowed. So this is what called the laptop power bank. And see, looking at the specifications below, you can see 1 to 9 specifications. We launched this early this year, was it? I think around April, May, thereabout. We've done about 5.66. So charging for training, I don't think we are going to be making enough money to charge for training. So it's better we did it for free, right? So if this wasn't lucrative, we would have just okay, each person come with 20k. A lot of persons do that. It's not bad, right? But we're training this for free because the bulk of the money we make is not from training how to do things. It's about selling. It's about do the market want this, right? And so this shows that there's a huge demand of this in Nigeria, right? We have our products in Abuja, in Lagos, in Sokoto, in Kaduna, around the southeast. Definitely, we have in Abuja too. So it's actually moving, and the motivation behind this is we saw that this product is going far and far and far, and we need to be able to have people who can easily take take charge and take if there's any issue, we have to the product. We have people that knows how to repair it, that know about how it works, right? So by the time we were in Lagos and they were asking for repair centers in Lagos, and we have persons in Lagos. However, we want to see how we can increase um, the people that can easily be of help. Those that will be building definitely, and those that can actually um, be of help. So we are giving this for free, believing that we'll be able to have people that will understand how this works and they can easily troubleshoot. Of course, for a fee, you would make money off it, right? And you can actually build for yourself. Okay. And those who are interested in representing us in different states, definitely We'll be talking about that later in the future. But this is just a free knowledge for everyone. All right. First and foremost, we need to I need to give a disclaimer. So one thing about engineering, engineering is very, 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 very what will I say, very delicate, right? You can if you're a doctor, if you make a mistake in medicine, they say the person goes to the mortuary or so the mistake, or if you're a carpenter, you make a mistake in carpentry, it turns to firewood or something. Or if you're an engineer, or let's say you're a technician, if you make a mistake, it's the casualties on you. Right? So number one thing we do in engineering is safety. So we need to understand that there are always safety measures that must be taken in anything related to engineering. All right, so just a brief. So know that you must actually work in a well ventilated area, right? If you have safety goggles and gloves in case if you're trying to do some little welding or you're trying to solder, so that you don't injure yourself. Also, handling batteries with care, can depending on the type of batteries. Like the batteries we're going to be using here, going to be lithium ion polymer batteries, right? So they are very, very powerful batteries. So you need to know how to handle them with care and also know how to protect the short circuit from short circuit. So if you can, keep to this, I think we are good to go. All right, we're good to go. Okay, so I've already spoken about this. So these are disclaimers that we normally usually put out so that we don't finish training somebody now. The person did not even know everything finish. He goes to his own place and starts dismantling batteries, or something like that. You need to understand what you're doing first, okay? Before you begin to start working at all, because these things can also be dangerous, all right? Okay, so very quickly, if you're taking notes, fine and good. What are the components you need to know and as regards building this? Okay, what are the components? So let's go straight to what are the components. So because from the survey we did, we realized that a lot of persons were novice. They said you're novice, and also would definitely would want to make sure that you understand the whole thing. Okay, so um the first component is the battery. Okay, you need to know that batteries are very, very, very important feature when you're building either a laptop power bank, solar generator, whatever thing related to solar, whatever thing related to renewable energy. Batteries are very important. Why? Because batteries are meant to store. All right, you use batteries to store what? To store power. Okay, so what is the point of having power generated and you can't store it for future use? Do you get it? And because of the uncertainties we face in the world, we have to be able to build backup systems, build things that you can store things inside of them. So that's why we have the batteries. All right. If we always have power 24/7, we'll have no need for batteries. Do you understand? But we'll have need for batteries because there will be down times. So when you have this knowledge, you will know the kind of batteries you want to build, the kind of batteries you will need and require for whatever thing you want to do. Right? So we have different types of batteries, but we'll focus on lithium ion batteries or lithium ion polymer batteries. What are the difference? Okay, so lithium ion polymer or lithium ion batteries are very, very one of the best type of battery technologies in the world. All right, it's not like the batteries you see in your car or all these big, big, heavy, heavy batteries. No, if you open your laptop battery, you see something like this blue batteries inside of them. Am I correct? I'm sure. So those are the kind of batteries they use nowadays because it has a good lifespan and it's portable, it's lightweight and like so. You need to know the kind of battery you're using, and the type of batteries we're using for this build is lithium ion batteries or lithium ion polymer. So the question you should ask yourself is how do I build this type of batteries? All right. How do I build this type of batteries? You can see it from the screen. You have the one that looks like finger batteries, right? You have the one that looks like it's encoded. in one blue sheet or something. We have the one that looks like it's a two-story building, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so those are how the batteries, and they are very easy to build. Okay, they are very, very straightforward and easy to build. But I'm just listing out the components. Number two, you need to have your battery management system. Okay, your battery management system. So you mustn't necessarily have a particular, just know that in every lithium battery pack or so you want to have, you must have a BMS. They call it BMS. Okay, so you must, then you can easily buy it anywhere, but with time, definitely if you're in a group chat, we're updating you on. If you have any question, you can ask questions. Okay. So you must always have your BMS. Why do you need your BMS? You need your BMS because you're looking at the word battery management system management. So it's just like if you don't have this thing in your battery system, it's just like what politicians do with our roads. They'll build road, they don't have management or maintenance system for it. It will spoil at the end of the day, right? Good. So that's it with these batteries. If you don't have a management system for these batteries, you will see you go and install battery for somebody. After 2 months, the person may call you, hello, hello, my battery, and stuff like that. So you need to know how to put this, that this thing must be on your batteries all the time. All right. It helps with managing your batteries. It helps with if your battery is filled up, all right. If your battery is filled up, it stops it from charging. You get it. It helps with a lot of things. It helps with a lot of things. Very, very, very important. Now, number two, we have what's called the voltage what regulator. Voltage what regulator. Hope I'm not too fast. All right. So voltage regulator, um, um, they are of two types. All right. We have the boost converter and we have the buck converter. I remember somebody was talking about building transformer in the group chat. Someone was saying, are we going to build transformers? No. So this is a small type of transformer. It's not a transformer you have in your village now. This is a electronic transformer. It transforms your voltage either to a higher voltage or to a lower voltage. See, this is a particular secret in this thing. There is nothing else. Do you understand? If you know this thing, you are good to go. All right. So this is called voltage regulator. So boost converter, the word boost, it means what? To increase, right? Boost. So if you have something like, let's say, 4 volts and you want to make it 10 volts, what will you put? Boost converter. I want people to be interactive. Okay, so in the comment section, I want to ask a question now. From this diagram, if I want to reduce my voltage from 20 volts to 10 volts, what will I use? Boost or buck converter?
Buck converter.
Buck converter, exactly. Because buck means to, it's not bulk, B-U-C-K, buck means to.
BUC.
Okay. So for instance, you want to charge your phone is 5 volts, and you see that your battery is giving 10 volts. What will you use to charge your phone? If you see a battery, when you go somewhere, you see a battery and the battery is 10 volts and your phone is 5 volts, you want to charge your phone. So what will you use? You use bulk,
Use
right?
bulk
Because
converter.
the bulk will
Use
help
bulk
you
converter.
up to what? To 5 volts. What if you want to charge, you want to power, let's say your TV powers with 20 volts and your battery is 5 volts. What will you use? Boost converter.
Boost
You understand?
converter.
So that's the narrative.
Your food now. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú food? Where is your own?
All right. So in conclusion, you need to have casing.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Good evening. Yes. Good evening. Sir, please, Pablo.
Okay, I think my
Please.
network actually had a little glitch. All right. So look at the case we had, right? If you're not speaking, please mute yourself. Thank you. Look at the case we had and we showed it was beautiful, it was fine. You don't think it's machine that built it. It's human being. No. We built it at our hands. All right. It's because the casing is very, very, very important. If you do not have a good casing, people will not buy from you. If you like
Ah,
Like, say that's one problem I have with some of our solar engineers.
morning.
They'll say, I'm very
Morning.
inventive, I'm very inventive. Customer come and see, he's doing like
Sorry, good evening.
that, right?
I want to ask a question.
And you will say, customer is not coming. Do you understand? Please mute yourself if you are not speaking. Please mute yourself. So that is why it's very important for you to have case. So we have different type of cases: 6x9, 9x9. They sell it. It's not. You can go to all these. You can go to all these. Let me see if I can mute everybody. You can go to all these shops that sell things, and you know, you can go to all these shops, and from there you can easily buy them, the casings. You can buy the casings from um, where they sell it. All right. Okay. So make sure you know that the casing must be fitting. Must fit into the battery you're using. So that's very, very important. So when you are building your battery, you don't go and buy casing first. You do your battery first before you go and buy casing. So when you get your battery, you now know, okay, what size of battery will be, so that you'll not be building something, it will now be looking like a tuber of yam. No, you need to be smooth and straightforward. All right. Those are the best practices for those who want to build. So now we have connectors. Now, these
Sorry, sir,
connectors,
please. Can I ask?
if you have a question, put it in the group chat, in the chats. Okay. But if I'll give chance to ask questions. Immediately I'm done with the part, I'll give
Can I ask a
chance to ask questions.
question?
Okay. All right. So these are
Okay, sir, no
connectors,
problem.
right? So these are connectors. They call them connectors. So this one is, they call them XT60. XT60. X. Then that's letter X, right? Then T,
Next
then
what?
60 connectors. So but these connectors, you might not really see them in Nigeria. You actually would import it. But that's not a problem. So far you're in the group chat, whatever thing you want to, you've also import. You can inform us. Maybe when we're bringing our own stuff, we can bring yours alongside. So it's not a problem. All right. But these are connectors that are used for most of this. If you look at the system we have there, you can see the yellow stuff on the neck, on the mouth. That is what we use. All right. So you use this kind of connectors for and it helps your work neat. It also makes it very strong because it can collect up to 100 amps. So you don't want something that you do current to be so high, it's now burn everything. You get it? It's very, very strong. So when you grip, when they hold themselves, they connect well. So that's why we use these ones. It might be difficult to solder or whatever thing you might call it, but if you know how to do it well, it's no problem. All right. So you need the XT60 connectors. Now, this soldering equipment. So we have bigger soldering equipment, but I believe that we are starting small for those that want to start. So you don't necessarily need to go and buy any big stuff. You get these things. I use these too. All right. Either the one by the right or the one on the left. Now, the first one, that the one that is black, is a tack welder. So it's a tack welder. It helps you weld your battery as well.
Hello, sir. Excuse me, can I say something? Hello.
Don't need to
Please,
stress more.
this power bank, yeah, yeah.
Much. Some people used to solder all the time, but if you have this stack
I need power a TV.
or talk about it later, but these are just equipment you need. If you have this tools, you're good to go. Hold on. You ask your question. Take note of your question. I'll answer it later. It is that meeting is last question. Okay. All right. I said you don't need to start from scratch. Okay. When building these things, you can always get, because if you have the knowledge, because you are talking about seed now. Imagine if you have somebody that wants to buy 20 units from you. You're now building everything from scratch. It will take your time. You understand? So you can get some ready-made parts, merge it with some of the stuff you have, you get, and make a product. That's how the world works. The world works on partnership, right? The world works on complementary skills. It's not about I want to do it from start to finish. If you look at your laptop, HP partners with Windows, right? Yeah, Windows is an operating system. HP partner with them, or they partner with Intel. You see Intel on it. So different parts, different companies coming together to make sure that they bring a finished product to you. So when you want to build, that's one thing Africans need to understand. The parts that you need to start from scratch, fine and good if you want to just learn it. But there's some part you don't necessarily need to start troubling your mind about how to get it from scratch. You can always get it. It's like this circular USB now. Instead of you to start building your USB wire and USB the circuits, you just buy this thing and use it. Do you understand? You don't need to stress yourself. Now the issue now, what you now need to learn is how you will connect it. But you don't need to stress yourself about trying to build a step down voltage or voltage divider, whatever thing you want to build. Okay, you can just have the knowledge. That's the advanced electronics, but this thing I've made it is made it. The reason why I'm able to teach you this, and I'm confident that you can use this knowledge, is because I know that a lot of these materials are already pre-built. So you don't need to start from scratch to know all this stuff. You need to know the physics and electricals and electronics. You only need to know some things. Okay, how to join this to this, how to join this to this, how to join it. And voila, you have your stuff. Right? Yep. So you have the voltmeter. This voltmeter is to help you to measure the voltage that is remaining in your um device. All right. So it's just simple. It has positive and negative on it. So just plug it and you're good to go. It's just a game of positive and negatives. All right. One beautiful thing about this circuit is that it's a game of positive and what? Negative. You don't need to think too much. All right. You don't need to think, just positive. Make sure that you know the positive and make sure you know the negative. Don't join them together at all. If you can do that, you're good to go. Right. So then this DC port, you need to have it. This is, I think it's 115 naira or something. It's not, those are not expensive, right? The major expensive things are, we've said it previous, but these are just little things you can add to put finishing touch to your DC. For instance, now you can decide to modify your own. Mustn't necessarily be the one I will show you. You get it. You can decide, oh, I want this part, I want this part. You get, and you can do it. So I'm just showing you the parts that of the general one that we have that we build for people, right? Okay, now we're done with the components. All right, so before we go to battery selection, I'll just give room for only 3 questions. 3 questions. If I don't call your name, don't ask question. If I don't call your name, I think some people are raising up your hand, right? Adebayo, you raised up your hand. Can you speak, please?
No, currently I have no questions, sir. So if you
Okay,
want to list it.
okay. All right. So you can put down Michael Sam. You have a question?
Yes, I have a question, sir. I have a
All right,
question,
go
sir.
ahead.
Sir, this power can it power a TV?
If you put in an inverter, but now that's where you need to know the different type of circuits you have. We have the AC circuits and DC circuits. Okay, your TV, some TVs are DC, but majority of TVs you have are AC. So you cannot use
What
DC
is
to power
possible?
AC. So if
What
you
is
want to use
possible?
DC to power AC, you have to use an inverter. So it can power a TV if you add an inverter to it. Okay, can power it if you add an inverter to it. But with this now, it can only power a DC TV. And the DC TV, the voltage must be known. If the voltage of the DC TV is 12 volts, that means your output of the battery must be 12 volts, as the case may be. Yes, it can power a TV depending on the type of TV. If it's an AC TV, you use an inverter. If it's a DC TV, you either boost it or pocket to the voltage that is required. Munachi, you have a question?
Okay. Can you hear me, sir?
It's not, you're not audible.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Slightly.
I that's firstborn.
So I want to ask a question.
Okay. I just want to. I missed some.
All right. Is Munachi saying something? All right. Who next? Who next? Eritek.
I want to ask another question.
Allow us to ask. Eritek. Sound test by Eritek. You have a question? Okay. Oladimeji.
So can I?
Let everybody have not asked us, then I'll come back to you.
Hello,
Oladimeji, please.
hello. My own question is
All right.
that how can we get the lithium battery? Do we get the lithium battery in Nigeria or being imported?
Okay. For that question, right? That's why you have us. We can easily get it for you. It's not a problem. It's been imported, okay? But the imported battery, you need to be able to have a lot of funds because of custom and everything. But if you get it through us, we have direct links to be able to get these batteries.
Okay, okay.
Sir, sir, please, I need to ask a question.
All right. So just if you are with us, definitely you can always get any battery.
Sir, please, I need to ask a
If
question.
I've answered your question, release your hand. If I've answered your question, put down your hand so I know who is here to ask. Emmanuel Ayela Bola. Okay. Who else? Who else? Okani Chidera.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, go ahead.
Okay, so my question is simply, must the connector be exactly ST60 connectors? Can there be other connectors?
Okay, there are other type of connectors. But this XTCC is the strongest we've seen and the most common. Okay, but there are other connectors. The reason why we use XTCC is because a lot of other components use it. So in case you want to troubleshoot, you don't need to start looking for a specific. You just know that okay, this thing is always. So most of these circuits use XT60. So that's why we use it. So yes.
Okay, sir.
Shadrach Owumbe.
Sir, please, I want to ask if we can use old laptop battery to do the batteries.
Say what? Go ahead.
Hello, please. I want to know if we can use old laptop
Yes, you
battery.
can. You can. Mute yourself. Everybody. All right. I think I've been able to find how to mute everybody. Good one. I'm now powerful now. All right. I think we've answered a lot of.
Please, can we use old laptop batteries for it?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Thank you.
All right. Let me just go ahead so that we don't rush. Then when we are done, we'll ask your question. So, please mute yourself, okay? We have this implementation now. That's where we are, right? So you must be able to use quality batteries. Yes, someone asks if you can use old laptop batteries. Yes, you can, but I will not advise you to use old laptop battery and sell it to somebody. No. Quality assurance matters. So you use batteries that you are sure of, okay? If you want to use older, that means it's for you, your personal use. Then you do it. If it's spoiled along the way, it's your own. If it's for somebody, you don't want someone calling you by 12 a.m. saying your battery is useless. So that's it. So we don't use old laptop batteries, we use new ones. But though the batteries we use are not necessarily laptop batteries. You get it. Are not necessarily laptop batteries. But please mute yourself, Owumbe. Thank you. So for most I use quality batteries.
Shedrack, mute yourself.
Right. So look at the voltage, the capacity, and everything for the battery is very important. So you go and get a battery. Now that's why if you want to get a battery, you know, if you're in the group, we can easily, advise you on what to get. And if you need the one we used, fine and good. If you want to get anywhere, fine and good. But you need to be able to know that this battery is one when were they manufactured. Don't go and buy a battery that was manufactured 9 years ago. And now using now. Lithium batteries, immediately the lifespan ends, it stops working. Whether you use it or not, if it's meant to last for 10 years and it's 10 years, it stops working. So you need to know. That's why it's good to get it from a very legit place, right? Um, when long has the battery been used? Is it a durable battery rather? You go to some places, especially in Alaba or all these markets, you see a battery, they will change the distance, what's on the body, and write one big value. You go and buy plenty. Please don't fall into that trap. Don't fall into that trap, please. Before you buy any battery, whatever thing they write on the body is not, you must verify. Now, batteries that have easily, especially for the finger batteries of lithium batteries that you can easily add, ones maybe Samsung, Panasonic batteries, those are original batteries. But any other battery you see, you have to verify before you are sure that what they wrote on the body it is. Someone can write 6,000 mAh, but it's just 2,500, and you use that 6,000 to calculate your load. So take note of that. All right. So very quickly, before I want to see if I can be done. Then we show you a little bit of video. I'll show you some of the things we have. So first thing to do is first you make sure that your battery is ready. So if you want to do your build your system pack, your battery must be ready first. So as I said, you don't need to start building your battery from scratch, especially when you want to you want to make sales or you want to build something fast. Except you want to learn for practical reasons. But practical don't help anybody if you've not converted it to what? To something of value, right? So you need to know how can I get, so you can actually get these batteries made for you. Maybe with, I told you before that if you want to get lithium battery, you must have a BMS on top of it. All right. So if you don't know how to connect your BMS, don't go and buy battery separate and go and buy BMS separate and start disturbing yourself on how to just buy it together so that it has been done for you. Your job is now to do the rest of the connection. So it's very, very important. I'll still show you how to work with BMS, okay? But that's just for learning sake. But you know that if you want to actually work with speed, you'll work with what is existing. All right. So your enclosure is very, very important. Your casing, very, very important. If you want to make it fine, okay? Your charging and discharging parts too are very key and important. Then the connection to the laptop, because you are trying to build a laptop power bank. Okay, so those are just the 4 things you do when you want to build this thing. So I'll come to the last part of the slide before. All right, so let me give you an example of how we do. It's this. All right, so you can see the screen now, right? Here's an example of what we do, right? So we have some persons that might decide to get some of these things from us and now build on their own. Okay. Sometimes we have customers that want to replace something in their system. Maybe we have in Lagos or this Kano or somewhere in the north. If anybody that is from the north here, in fact, I'll have to work with that person personally because we have a lot of people that the north is not somewhere you can easily move to. So they need this and they're ready to pay for repairs. You get paid for things, but you need someone that is knowledgeable about it, what needs to be changed, what needs to be repaired, and stuff like that, right? So we have different categories of pricing on how we do it. So we sell our system for 80,000, all right? System for 80,000. We are very, very transparent with the cost because it's very affordable. Maybe I would bring up a similar product of these that they are selling outside. I think they sell it for 100 and something thousand. You get it. And the capacity is not even as high as this. I saw it somewhere. I'll bring it out. Maybe when we meet tomorrow because tomorrow I'm likely going to be I'll be able to show you some practical stuff. So, but we sell on flat rate 80,000, depending if maybe forex, dollar and less rest of them. All right. So like now battery and BMS, For what? If you want to maybe build your laptop power bank, if you can get your battery and BMS, okay, you can just get it straight to your laptop cord and your laptop is charging. You get, but it's not be neat because you've not gotten casing. So you be want to look for your casing. Imagine you bought it for 45,000. Some people are selling for 80,000, buy it for 45,000. You get casing, you add little things there. You do not put all, maybe there are some features you don't even need, So you just make sure, I just want you to charge my laptop and I charge it back. Fine and good. You can find a way, get this then, buy a charger. I'll tell you the specification of the charger you're going to get. All right. Maybe I think if charger is around 5,000, 6,000, thereabout. You're good to go. All right. So depending. So if you want to just get battery BMS charger, good. Maybe you have somebody that wants to buy from you. I even know someone that is selling a product for 95,000. No problem. You come and collect it for 8,000. I'm not. He's a customer. It's just that don't. If the person comes to me, I'll tell the person this is the price. So just make sure that you deal with that person when you want to buy. If I sell it for 1 million, I'll give you the price to sell it, and you're good to go. All right. So I'm just trying to break it down so that you will know how we have come to this, so that you can say, okay, this person, I just want to build straightforward laptop power bank. I want to build laptop power bank and the phone USB and everything. How much should I get it? We'll package it for you so that maybe you just plug and play. You just connect it yourself, and you don't need to start doing soldering all this stuff like that. So it's easy for you and cheaper for you. All right. So that is um that's the end of the slide for this. So tomorrow I'll be turning on my video, so I'll be showing you. I'm definitely not going to be showing you some trade secrets. All right, definitely, because we can't be so generous to that. But definitely, I'm going to be showing you what you can do that you would. In fact, what makes everybody different is how you build things. If I build something and you build something else, the way we build it to be different and you will see it. So there's nothing about copying this, copying that. No, it's not, it doesn't even matter. Everybody have their own unique feature and procedure. All right. So I want to show you by that's by tomorrow when I show you the video, you can easily know, okay, this is where you have to put this one, this is where you have to put this one, this is where you have to put this one, and you're good to go. All right. And that being said, if you still want to buy a laptop power bank, we still sell a laptop power bank. It's 80,000 there, right? But for those on this call, but you must show that you're on this call. You can give for 76,000. But don't say it outside. Don't say it outside. It's 8,000 flat. We do that. All right. That being said, it's time for questions. Thank you. Yeah, let me see who. Thank you for the clap. I appreciate. Abraham. Abraham, you have a question.
I have a question.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the class. Yeah, I want to ask, during the connection of the stuff, I mean the battery and the rest of the material, what kind of wire can we use? Can we use normal wire or any wire, or it has a specific wire gauge we can use? So that's my number one question. Then number two question is that how can we identify a good battery to use? You know, this all this battery, all this lithium battery, the fake are many outside. So I just want to know how can we identify the good one? Thank you.
All
All
right.
right.
Hope
I
I'm
hope I'm
audible.
audible.
All right.
All
So
right.
the
So
first
the first
question is,
question is,
you want to
want
know
to
the
know the
gauge.
gauge.
Um, let me see if this is charging. Let me see. All right. I hope I'm on. All right. So you want to know the gauge now? Of course. All right. It seems my internet is fluctuating, so I'm using my other device now. But I just hope you guys are hearing me. Oh,
Yes, I can.
can you hear me? I want to confirm. All right, great.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, all right. All right, let me use the other device now. Your gauge now matters, right? So we used to have 2.5 mm, two this thing. So you can use as low as 1.5. All right, but if you want to, we can show you samples of wires you could use. But normal basic 1.52 works. All right. It mustn't be that so thick of a wire, right? Because what you are putting on it is not, you are not dragging so much of a current. Your laptop some laptops use maximum of 4 amps, right? So 4 amps current would not do much of a harm to a normal thick little wire. So, but definitely we'll show you samples and we can give you samples of where you can also get them from. But 1.5 works definitely. So now you want to talk about, you're now asking about where to get lithium battery, and that is why we are here. We are here to show you how to get original batteries. All right. Also, so we have access to them, to the batteries. All right. Like what I'm going to show you tomorrow. I don't want us to spend much of a time. What I'm going to show you tomorrow, or if time still permits us tonight, is I'm going to show you how you can connect your batteries. They call something series and parallel connections of lithium batteries. Okay, so where you hear 3S, BMS, 4S, all those things. So I'm going to just show you the logic behind it so that you can easily know what type of BMS to buy. Tomorrow I'll be showing you in video format all the BMS and circuits. So you see them with your eyes and you know what kind of BMS you're going to be using and as the case may be, right? But for the lithium batteries, right, if you're buying new lithium batteries or legit ones, we have them. Okay? We have them, we can pull up for you. We get directly from like import them. So it's easy for me. It's not like you're getting it from used parts or such other nature. But there are also places you can go in the market and buy them. It's just that you can't verify their validity and everything because of how the market environment is. Do you understand? But I said if you want to know the ones that are good, if you get the one of Panasonic or Samsung, all right, they have good batteries for lithium, okay? But you might not always see them and they might be very, very expensive because they will definitely, before it gets to maybe the third seller that is, you are buying it from. All right, so it just depends on the location too. Maybe location might not, if you can wave it to your side, might depend on which one you want to purchase, can help you get. If it's something we don't sell or we don't have, we might refer you to persons that do have. All right. Okay. So next question, please.
Hello, good evening. Thank you, Engineer Gift. One of my question is, you talked about verifying your lithium battery in the market. Is that possible you can show us how to verify lithium battery in the local market? That is one. Two, I want to find out if this power bank can also be used to, power TVs. For instance, because I know people build such kind of power banks to power TVs and fridge thereabout with all these smaller lithium batteries. Is this possible, or there is a difference between those ones and this one you have? So if there's a difference, can you explain to us the difference between what you have now for this charging of laptop and the normal one they use in powering TV or probably power fridge? I know people use most of these lithium batteries to do that. Thank you.
All right. The question was the first question: how to determine good batteries in the market, right? So,
Yeah.
it's just simple. If it's Samsung that is written on it or Panasonic, make sure that it's not Alaba made write up. You know, there are a lot of people that will go and buy. If you see original write up, you will know. Okay, that's just normal litmus test, straightforward. But if you do not see
Okay.
anything there, they don't. If you say the battery that they wrote 6,000 mAh, don't believe it is Chinese. Chinese people will just write anything for you. The ones you
Okay.
can easily believe, 2,500 mAh, okay, is most
Mm.
believable. Most believable. So they'll tell you 6,000 mAh. They may even tell you for a cheaper rate itself so that you feel like you're getting more for less. Buy the one that you believe in. Eh. But if you know to buy, there are different kinds of lithium batteries. There is the finger one and there is the pouch one. All right.
Okay.
So
I know.
so those pouch one mostly are like polymer batteries, like the ones you have in your phone or use for drones, right? So for those
Yeah.
pouch one, many of them are original. Many of them because
Okay.
they don't really sell like that in the market. They don't like, so it's more like most on orders or something of that nature. So if you get
Mm.
those ones, get the size, you're almost sure. And that's the one we use. We use the pouch one, lithium ion polymer.
Okay.
But that's why our ass is very portable, and though it might be weighty, but it's portable and powerful at the same
Yeah.
time. But if you want to get those finger batteries, then Panasonic or Samsung first. If you don't see them now, open your third eye and check. First is there is a lithium ion battery charger analyzer you can use. You
Okay.
put it to a test. If you put it to a current test, if it cuts off, you know, but you have to buy it. Maybe I'll just send you guys a link. You can order it from AliExpress so that maybe you put it in that listen. You put it to a test power test so that
Okay.
to know how long it can last. You get it? It will load it. So maybe load it on a very, very high capacity load. If they can carry that load for a number of times, then you can know it's actually so watt hours. So as the case may be.
So is there a specific tools for testing the battery in the market?
For that, you have to buy it online. You have to buy
All right.
the but yes. If you want to go the two routes, yeah. But I don't know,
Okay.
is that the question? Which other question you have? Those are I've answered the
All right.
questions, right?
My second question is the charger, the battery bank we are building, can it be
Mm.
used to power a TV? And can it also be used to power things like fridge if one wants to build something like that? Because I've seen someone who use such kind of batteries to build a battery bank that could charge both fridge and TVs. Is that possible?
100% possible. You are only limited by what you can imagine. Okay, so
Okay.
you just know how to couple these things, couple them. Do you get it? That's why you have
All
all
right.
this 1S, 3S, 2S. It depends on your BMS too. When we start going to technical parts,
Okay.
the reason why I'm taking it gently is because of the novice. I don't know much about this. When we start going deep
All
in the
right.
technicals, about the circuit of the BMS and how it works and the likes. But we can couple as much as possible. In fact, how we do it is there's somebody that wanted to use a bank to power his TV. He has a very big TV, one pipe for 4 hours,
Okay.
right? We just give him
Yeah.
packets of trees and BMS. He just join it together, 1, 2, 3, 4 in packs to get it. So there are ways whereby we can just have a ready-made pack for you. Only just to join them in parallel them, and you can get as much power as you want. Add an inverter to it, and it works. Yeah, you can power
Okay.
it. Yeah, you can power. We have products in Imwa herself. Yes, we have a one in Imwa that powers the TV and everything. We have that powers other appliances. Just that if you want to power your fridge, the inverter has to be a pure sine wave inverter most of the time. So, but
Okay.
it works. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So who has another question? So I can't really see
Prince,
my system, but
Yeah.
okay. Who is that?
Hello.
Prince, I want to ask a question.
Oh, good evening. Okay. Okay. I want to make this question very uniform so that we don't allow this thing. So I just open my system now. So I'll be calling. If I don't call your name, please don't answer. Don't ask. Answer. Okay. Um. Hello. All right. Please, if you have answered your question, please lower your hands. If I have not answered your question, you can keep it on. So I'm going to be calling your name so that it will not be in order. So he reigns. Chikamnele, are you here? Please ask your question. After he reigns,
Good evening, sir.
John. All right. Good evening.
Okay. Good evening, sir. Good evening to everyone. Okay. Sir, my question is this: the procedures and things you made mention in building a laptop power bank, is it kind of the same with building a normal power bank, a power bank for charging a phone? So
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to know. And
Sorry,
also the knowledge.
I missed it. Can you start again? I went off.
Okay, I'm asking, sir, the procedures and the items you listed, you told us about, are they the same thing we need when building a normal power bank? The power banks we do use for charging our phones and the rest. That's what I want to know, sir.
Okay. It's not really the same procedure, but it's also the same procedure, right? Now, the only difference is, remember I told you about buck converter and boost converter, right? If you want to use one for power your phone, you use buck converter. Do you get it? Because your phone has 5 volts, uses 5 volts, remember? But your laptop uses 19 volts. Some laptop even use 20 volts. So you do what? You will boost it to that point. Do you get? So that's likely the only difference in circuits. But as other things, or if you look at your phone power bank, right, at the head, there's a panel there. That panel is a boost converter because your battery is 3.7 volts. So you boost it to 5 volts. All right. It's just the same. If you just look at it, it's simple circuit design they use for all those things. So another way you can do it that will easy for you is you can just pack your batteries in such a way that it gives you the exact voltage you need, instead of so that you don't need to boost or bucket. For instance, if I want to do a laptop power bank for my laptop and my laptop is 20 volts, if I can find an arrangement of battery that can give me 20 volts, I don't need buck or boost converter again, is it not? So it's just your discretion. You get it's just your discretion. And you're good.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. John, please ask a question. John Mwakba, right? Ask your question.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, John.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah. How much is the 45,000 around? Like, what's the capacity of the battery?
That's 250 watt hours. 250.
Okay, 250 watt hours.
Yes.
Okay.
250 watt hours, or
right.
8,000 mAh if you want to use the power bank terminology.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's my question. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. So who else? We have Joshua DK, please. Joshua DK, ask.
Okay, good evening. I want to ask, this lithium battery, is it something we can purchase directly from AliExpress? Do we still have to go through the charges of, like, if we purchase them on AliExpress, will it still have to go through the custom charges and all of that?
Unfortunately, yes. You would have to, because they AliExpress will ask you, do you have a freight forwarder? You get that's why it's good to always have somebody in Nigeria that will do all those stress. Sometimes when you order things from China, when you get to the border, this thing, dollar will have increased in price that your clearing fee will be so high. So sometimes some people don't even want to bother, doing the whole thing. They just say, okay, mainly guys import it to Nigeria, I'll now buy it up from you. So what is now done is you now add the cost of importing it and the cost of clearing. The person that did the whole stress will now top it. So that's what we're doing. You get it? Each of the battery we have, we've added the cost it took us to clear it, cost of importing or whatever thing. Then we are now, giving you that markup. It's definitely going to be cheaper than the ones we see. Do you get? But because you cannot do that except if you have deep pockets. You cannot just be importing a single battery. Do you get it? You will not see lithium battery like that in AliExpress. One, if you see it, it might be too expensive because they want you to buy it in bulk. And when you buy it in bulk, they will stop you I want you to clear. So all those little things are the problems. All right. But if you have somebody that has the connection, it's easy to just pull it, or you pull funds together. Some people, they join hands together, maybe get up to 100 million or something, important large, something like that. Some people do that. But it's easier if you're working with a company that, like us, that actually have access to be able to pull in some of these things that will require access clearing and all. You get.
Yes, I get.
All right. So we have Learn Skill Academy. Glad to have you here. Please, your hands are up. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Please, can you hear me very well?
Yes.
All right, thank you. My name is Muturayo, and I appreciate the training. So, I would want to ask, for those of us that are not just novice, but 0% novice when it comes to negative, because being a class, I was following carefully, but at the same time, I was being scared of the procedure, just like you said, I was being safe and the rest. Hope you are safe if we start connecting things like that, and hope you are going to be taught how we are going to be how we are going to be, doing all the connections so that we will not actually um, be on the dangerous side, so to say. So are there going to be a training like that that will help us so that we don't make mistakes in case we want to go ahead to produce one or two of such as a practice?
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I have a second question.
You have a second question. Okay.
Yeah, it's regarding those of us that might have the intention of maybe getting one and maybe try and do some survey and advertisement in Lagos here and try to see if people would like it, and is there going to be a reduction in the price so that a good reduction in the price so that we can be a retailer for the products. So I want to ask, what is there any plan like that in the company with Greenera Technologies? Yeah, thank you.
All right. For your first question, thank you for the questions. So for the first question, if you're a novice, it's not advisable for you to go deep into building from scratch, but it's easier. That's the way I'm teaching now. I'm teaching in a different manner. It's easier for you to couple. Do you get it? So, for instance, instead of you to get one piece of battery and you say you want to start building it, you can tell us, I want this battery in this pack. So I just done it in the pack for you, so that the work you have to do will not require too much of safety measure. Do you get it? But definitely, I'm going to show you how it's done, but I'm not going to show you those intricate, deep down technical details. You will not understand it now. But what you will understand is, I can tell that if I give you this one, give you this one, you know what to do. You pack them together and it will not cause any hazard at all. All right. So that one will definitely show you that. That's as at tomorrow. Okay. The second one, of course, we already have our resellers, right, in different states. So, and there's always a 5% commission. So each person you get, that's why we want also that for our resellers to understand the technical parts, so that they'll not always be asking us questions. They can also answer some questions. They can also troubleshoot and stuff like that. You understand? So definitely there's always a 5% commission for our recognized resellers. You must be recognized by us so that you get a commission if you get any product sold or somebody buys through you, of course.
All right, thank you very much. I understand.
All right, you're welcome. So we have how many persons remain? You don't put your hands down. John, put your hands down. Or do you have another question? Okay. Adewale
I have a
Abims. Please
question.
ask.
Hello,
Adewale
sir.
Abims, ask your question.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. My question is that this 250 watts, how many pieces of battery in that 250 watts?
Okay.
And then the
That okay
second,
in pouch.
this
In the pouch is six pouch.
is 6.
Yes, 6 bags. But it's not in finger battery. It's finger battery. You have about, let's say, 30 something pieces. Okay, we have to, maybe I'll show you the two different ones tomorrow. But the easier one you
Uh-huh.
can work with is the pouch, because the pouch you don't need too much technicalities to be able to connect it.
Uh-huh. The second question is that I have this drilling machine that use battery, and then you get the
Okay.
time that they have fault, and then I lose it. I see how the lithium battery, the way they connect it, and then the battery
Okay.
also is 12 volts. Can person use that thing to consult the same power bank?
Yes, you can use. Okay, is it the battery that is inside the relay machine?
This battery one, that battery drilling machine, I
Okay.
open it one time that the thing get problem. I see the
Okay.
lithium battery that they
Okay,
pack
lithium
inside,
that is inside.
and yes, and they
Yes,
get
you can.
one panel at the top.
You can use lithium battery, any lithium battery available. You can use it. Just know how to combine it. If the output is 12
Yes,
volts, you have to boost it
yes.
to 19. You get a boost converter. You boost it to 19 volts.
Oh,
So you can be able to charge
all right,
it.
it was.
Yeah, but before you do
No
it, please
problem.
don't just do it and plug your laptop. You have to understand what you are doing first. So by tomorrow, we need to show
Yes,
you polarity, positive and negative. Don't go and join negative and positive. You can roast your laptop. So you need to be able to know
yes, sir.
positive and negative. Very important. All right.
No
Who?
problem. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. So hmm, those of you raising up your hands now, I will not call you. It's only those that are raising their hands. Shedrack.
Sorry, I want to
I've
ask you a
answered your
question.
question.
If I can no, like I want to ask you another question.
All right.
Hello? Yeah,
Go
like
ahead.
my
Go ahead.
question is that can you charge lithium battery with solar panel directly? Like using book converter and BMS, can you charge it without using any controller?
Yes, you can, but don't take it away from my mouth. Let me. So you can, but yeah, you have to know what you are doing first. You get it? You can. Like the laptop power banks we sell them with solar panels. So some people buy it with solar panels, and we have a connection. Your BMS actually also work as a charge controller to some measure, but those are some high level understanding you need to have. All right. So we have Mr. Ezemeka. Okay. So I can go ahead and ask a question.
Well, good evening, everyone.
Good
Michael,
evening.
by name. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear
Yeah,
you.
I'm happy that this class could took place, and it's an honor, having this time with you. With the little time you've spent so far, I could realize one or two. And my question is this, you know, you were talking about, uh, purchasing these lithium battery and getting them from your end. Is it compulsory that is from your end, or there are some other parts we can get the lithium battery from? That's number one. And number two is, uh, does does your company gives warrants, you know, about this battery your company built? So there's a company has a warrant for it, as being a testifier of this battery. For now, that's the question I have for now.
All right, thank you for your question. So for the first question, right, you can buy a battery from anywhere. We are not limiting you from buying any other place, okay? But if you are buying battery from any other place, we may not be responsible for whatever thing that happens to the battery, okay? We can only give you guidance to the point of this class, right? Whatever thing you do with the other batteries now concerns the person that buys it. But if you're buying from us, definitely we know that these are products and we are sure of what we can give and what is given. So That's why I was okay. It's good to buy from us. And what we sell, you can't see this type of battery anywhere. They don't sell this type of batteries in the market. All right, this is the direct. It's specifically for what we are using to build. Okay, so you can't see the exact battery, but you can see other types of battery and modify it to the one you want to use. So, but it's not compulsory. But if you are getting from us, you have that extra, followership that we give. And so for the warranty, of course, you have a 1 year warranty on the battery. A 1 year warranty on the battery. Okay, so we have 2 more questions to go. I hope I've answered your question. Okay. Emmanuel, it means 2 questions that were good. Emmanuel. Emmanuel, do you have a question? Emmanuel Ayebola.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Please, can you use the equipment you use, all the equipment you use for the practical, and can we get all of them from your store?
Yeah, of course.
Can you list it and probably give us price? I'm not novice, I'm an engineer already.
Okay. No problem. That we can talk about that then. We can talk about that.
We can chat you up later today.
All right, fine. You can chat me up.
Okay, sir.
All right. Last question, Chidera. Kami, please go ahead.
Okay. The first thing that is bothering me is that, according to what I saw in your slide, so the laptop and power bank, the rating that is needed for it without adding the phone is like the battery, charger, and BMS. Is that in the rating that you can use for the laptop, power bank?
The BMS, the battery, the charger, and the cord. All right, and the adapter. So yeah, your laptop is good. But what is most costly there is the battery. Do you understand? My battery and the BMS majorly. But the rest I was just little 1,500, 2,000, 1,000 you get. So yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. So thank you so much for your audience and thank you for being patient to this moment. Tomorrow, same time, we'll go. I'll be putting on my video and I'm going to show you a little bit of. I'm not going to show you the total details, but I'm going to show you what you need to know so that you can able to build one for yourself. At least if I can have 10 people build for themselves, is an achievement for me. So that will be all for tonight, and have a good night rest. Goodbye, everyone.